Hello, class. This video describes how to navigate through the learning modules and what is the course structure and the administration. We will cover a lot of this live in the first lecture of the course, but this will give you a brief window of introduction into what we will be discussing in the class. And so, how do we successfully complete this? So, the part one is instructions to complete. Now we have 7 modules of the 14 weeks, and each module has 4 lectures, and the lectures are live and via Zoom. And so here are the action items I recommend strongly for you to follow. Read the provided PDFs. Usually I post 1 or 2 PDFs for each module that you might want to read. And these are not the only ones you want to read. You can pick your own information, and our theme is plastics pollution. So you may be doing literature search, research, etc. during the course, and so you will have separate material for you to cover or read, understand, and assimilate, and write your document based on that. But in addition to those, I'll be providing basic information for the whole class. So please read these PDFs. Maybe 1 or 2 every module. As each module opens, you will see them. So you're not inundated with the entire course. So we give them small bits at a time. Read the book chapters. Now, chosen a very nice book. And this is one of the best I found after looking through dozens of books on science writing. And it has 2 editions, the third and the fourth, and both are equally good. Get your hands on any of those. It's a good investment. And I generally provide on each lecture what chapters are relevant and page numbers, etc. And want you to watch the lectures, the video, after you have attended the class. And I will be posting the class videos subsequent to that. But before that, I will be posting the PowerPoints of the lectures. So you can, in advance, look at the PowerPoint and have an idea as to what I'm going to speak about. And you can take notes on those PowerPoint slides. So this way you'll be ahead of me and you will be ready to ask any questions you might encounter during your first foray into the course material. Attend the in-person lecture during the class meeting times. You'll be meeting regularly as scheduled, 2 to 3:20 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays in the Zoom classroom. I already sent you a link to the Zoom. Please install Zoom application. It's a free app, and it runs on most platforms. Then after the class, during the class, actually, you do in-class assignment and complete it afterwards. And then you're going to post it by the due date. And those are summarized later on. I will show you those. So post your comments on other students' posts. So for example, module 1 has 4 lectures and you'll have 4 in-class assignments finished and you're going to post them by the due date. And we want each student to comment on 2 of the other students' postings within 2 days after the deadline. So let's say that Friday is the deadline, then you have time to post your comments by Sunday night. And so this way on Monday, I can grade them and update your grade roster. So you would know how you did that module. And any questions you may have, you can put them in the course forum and under the discussion board, and I will activate that as well, so you will see that. And in this course, we have a few assessments, but we have no exams. So that's the good news, and no exams whatsoever. And so that's because you are giving so many assignments back to me, and I have to do a lot of grading of all that. And this is a writing course, so you do have to write a lot and read a lot, and so that's how you're going to do. And so this is how the process works. So you have every class has a short assignment, 10-minute assignment. So you have 28 classes, for example, you have 28 assignments. But you combine 4 of the assignments and put out 1 PDF. So you have in total 7 assignments exactly. So each for each module, 1 assignment. 7 modules, 7 assignments. And so every 2 weeks. So for example, the due date is on Friday night, and then you can post comments on this by Sunday. So there is a grade for the assignment itself, and then there is a bonus grade for the comments that you write. So the comments are not part of the assignment itself. They are bonus, meaning that it's extra work. You can get extra credit by making. So this is given so that you have motivation to do it on your own. If you feel like you do it, otherwise no, that's okay. But 7 assignments or so, you have 7 postings, and so you have quite a few points that you can collect as bonus points over and above 100 points I have posted before. And so this is can change your grade by one step, at least, by doing the bonus assignment. And the main components, other than the class assignments, is a rough draft. It's a 15-page rough draft that you would put together on that topic that you have chosen to write during this course. So this topic is critical. You're going to choose this very carefully. You will spend a week or so or two researching a couple of different projects that you want to pick. I will give a list. Already I have given information. I'll give a list of topics to pick from. But our theme is plastics pollution, and so you want to adhere to that theme. And I know some of you are doing research and you want to write your manuscripts, and so figure out how you would connect that to plastics pollution. And it's possible. It may appear impossible, but they're all possible. Talk to me. I will show you how, or I can help you figure out how you can connect your research project to plastic pollution, why we should worry about it, and what are we going to do about it. Only 2 questions. So the rough draft will have this, and it has a deadline. I already mentioned to you, given to you. It's on course syllabus page, and submit that. And then each student will be assigned one of the rough drafts of another student to review. And so this is called peer review. We will discuss in the class how you go about doing peer review, and then you apply those principles and review actually one of the drafts. And this review is anonymous, means that the other students don't know who is reviewing their paper. This is a very important aspect in science. We always have blind reviews where the author doesn't know who reviewed it. And then science is self-correcting because of this very important activity. So we have class lectures on assignments, class lectures on rough draft, how to prepare it with item by item, very detailed. Then we have class lectures on how to peer review, etc. Peer review has its own number of points, as I showed before. And then you have a revised draft. Now, after once you peer review and give it to the other student, and I also give my comments on how to improve the draft, so that you'll be putting them all together and revise it on your own way. And this is your own synthesis, your own intellectual property and your own creation. So it's very exciting to prepare a document with your name on it and revise it to a level that it can be actually published. There are lots of publication venues where you could publish this based on how impactful is your writing. So you could actually do 2 things. One is learn through writing. That's the goal of this course, learn through writing. And secondly, educate others, teach through writing. And so if you were to publish your creation during this course, and you could reach out to a large number of audience out there, and you teach them what you learned. So that's very, very interesting and thoughtful and rewarding for you. And you can list them as one of your publications. And this is not fantasy. We actually do have some students who have done this in the past. and so I can help them put this through. You don't have to publish in the same semester. You can publish in the subsequent semester when you feel more confident about your revised draft. And then on your topic that you have chosen for these drafts, 2, 3, and 4 that we work with, and we make a presentation in the class. The presentation to the entire class, and it's a duration about 20 to 25 minutes, and it will be via Zoom as well. And other students get to listen to you, look at your PowerPoints, and actually evaluate your presentation and give a grade as well. And so those are the 5 components that this class has. And one important thing that we will be discussing a lot about this is the plagiarism. And we want to be very clear and upfront on this, that it will not be tolerated. Any plagiarism can result in failing grade of the course. So be careful, and we have an entire class devoted what is plagiarism, how to avoid it actively. There should not be even any indication or appearance of plagiarism. So we work very hard to keep our academic standards high. And so let's take a look at the lecture schedule. We have 7, this course is spread over 14 weeks, not 7 modules. So 1 learning module per every 2 weeks. So orientation module will open before the course begins. It actually did, and so you'll be able to go through that. But so module 1 and module 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. I've listed them out, and each module has 4 lectures and 4 assignments. The assignments are in class, as we discussed before. And the title for each of these lectures is already given out, and then I posted the PowerPoints. I do that before the class begins, so you have a chance to look at what kind of material we're going to cover in the upcoming lecture. And every 2 weeks, I will open a new module. And so you have idea as to what it is. And I have listed what is due in each module. That means every 2 weeks something is due. And so when that is due. So this is the bottom rows showing how you need to worry about what is. And I will try to also keep up and remind you with the upcoming deadlines. But don't depend on my reminders, because that's the reason I put in a schedule, so you can see what is due when. And this is on syllabus page and also on the schedule page as well in the scarcity. And in addition to these, I mentioned to you there is a point rubric, how the points are divided up within these different assignments. And in class assignments, there are 4 of them in each module, so they have 1 point each, so about 4 points for each module. So 7 modules, 28 points. You have a complete rough draft on the topic you have chosen to write, and so that draft needs to be 15 pages, and we will discuss in great detail what is it that you're going to do there, and that's different, and that's important, impactful, etc. Point by point in very great detail. Every class period we'll be discussing 1 or 2 items of the details of that draft. It's due on October 8th and carries 20 points. And the peer review, as I mentioned before, you're going to review one of your own peers' rough draft, and you're going to submit that by November the 5th. So you have plenty of time to read through and put forth your comments. It's 3 pages required, and pros and cons of different parts, and we'll again give you a lot of guidance on how to peer review, what is peer review, why is it important, and all that. And so 3 pages, November 5th deadline, 12 points. Revised draft, which is based on the peer review comments and my own comments on the rough draft, and you're going to update, and then whatever you think is also thing that needs to be improved should be included in that. And so it is a final draft should be ready for publication into a scientific journal. 15 pages, due on 19th of November, just before the Thanksgiving break, so that you don't worry about the draft during the break. 25 points. So by far, that's the most important grade that the largest amount of grade that you want to earn in this course. Then after the break, you have oral presentations for 2 weeks, and each person makes a presentation to the entire class, and the entire class evaluates them. And so this has 15 points derived from class grade and my grade combined, and so basically that ends the course. And as I mentioned before, there are no exams, only the assignments, and these are the 5 items: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exactly. So 5 items that are involved in this course. That's all you need to worry about. And here is the grading rubric, and this is a standard UConn policy. And if you earn certain percentage, what will be your letter grade? It's nothing different. I just left it as is. And so that completes the introduction to the course, and we will go through some of these details again in class 1 on upcoming Tuesday. See you all then in the Zoom room. Meanwhile, please install a Zoom application on your system. Make sure it works and connect with somebody on it, and make sure that you're comfortable using the software package. It's pretty straightforward, and I found it very easy to use, but it's up to you, what level of difficulty you may find. I don't know. So I would strongly urge you to practice using it. Bye.